Hey everybody, so this is going to be a review video of this Akaso V50 X action camera. I actually own the V50 Pro and I like it a lot. I'm actually using it to film a time lapse of a house that my family and I are building. So be ready for those videos, they're coming out very soon. So I'm going to do a review of this version. This is the next model after the V50 Pro, and I'll just read the specifications here and then I'll open it up. I'm gonna not make this an unboxing video, but I'm gonna read the box and then open it, so it's basically an unboxing video, but I'm gonna pretend like it's not, just for the sake of my own ego. So, and on the back of the box here it says it has a integrated wireless network, so you can connect it to your phone and control the camera that way. It has a 2-inch touchscreen display, and then it can shoot video in 4K at 30 frames per second, at 2.7K at 30 frames per second, or 1080p at up to 90 frames per second. And then it also can shoot 12 megapixel photos, 10 megapixel, 8, and 5. It comes with a remote control, and then it's waterproof up to 131 feet, which is quite a bit more than the V50 Pro, if I remember correctly. And then it also comes with two 1350 milliamp hour batteries, which are bigger than the V50 Pro 2. And then it uses a micro SD card for storage, and it comes with a bunch of mounts. And then the input to charge and to access files is a micro USB, and then it has an HDMI output too. So I'm going to open this up real quick and then we'll see what's inside. And that pops off. And then there's the camera. This one has a couple more buttons than the other one did. I'll have to look and see what all those do. And then it comes with another door for the waterproof case. And then here's one of the batteries. And then it comes with straps for mounting and a bunch of different little mounts, different angles and stuff. Charger, cable ties, and like sticky pads for gluing mounts onto certain things. And then like a bicycle mount, one of the cables, a micro USB cable, another one, some more straps for mounting, and the other battery, some tripod mounts. And then here's the remote. I think it also says that the remote is waterproof too, but I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look. And then here's the mounts that you can glue on to surfaces, and they also have like a little tripod, the standard tripod screw in that too. Another mount, and then your directions, and it also has a offer in here to get free accessories. And then here's how to download your user manual. I'm gonna unclip this off of here. There's a little rubber tab you pull out, and then you can squeeze the clip together there and slide it out the back. And then you can just pop the waterproof case off there. And then there's the actual camera. I think this is the speaker and this up here is the mic. It actually has a screen protector pre-applied, but I didn't remember that part and I peeled the whole thing off and got a bunch of bubbles under it. So it really shouldn't look that bad. It was actually perfectly applied before I ruined it. But so just keep that in mind when you unpack it, that you can leave that screen protector on and not end up with a bunch of bubbles like I just did. But I can fix that at a later point. So the next, I'm going to go ahead and plug the batteries into the charger here and charge them up, because not sure if they come pre-charged or not. That charger just takes a micro USB and then it lights up red like that when they're charging. Alright, so I kind of fixed the screen protector there. I still have a couple bubbles, but that's not too big of a deal. So one of the batteries is done, so you can just slide the door open, plug that in, close the door, and then this is actually the power button. And then this is the take pictures and video button up here. So you press this front button here, and then that turns it on. Alright, and so now that it's on there, it's asking to put an SD card in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it asked me to format it. So I'm going to go to settings and go to the bottom and format card, confirm. And I'm going to go ahead and look through the menu options for you guys real quick. So on the video options, you can set the resolution from 4K all the way down to 720. I'll leave it on 4K there. And then there's image stabilization, gyroscope, and then you can change the video encoding to H.264 or 0.265. And there's slow motion, still photo. So the still photo option will, it'll take pictures while the video is recording. And then there's a time-lapse setting, loop recording, and then you can set all your photo settings here for like the exposure, ISO, white balance, metering, color. And then pretty much the same kind of options here for photos. You can change the resolution from 12 megapixel to 3. And then there's a self-timer, time-lapse photo, burst photo, scene mode, and then exposure value, ISO, white balance, meter, sharpness, color, photo quality. And then here in the settings, or the little gear, there you can change the sounds, and you can turn on distortion calibration for the wide angle, so it'll make it get rid of that fisheye effect. And here you can change the angle itself. And then there's a diving mode that supposedly compensates for the lack of red light underwater. I'm not really sure what it does, but it helps with that issue, I guess. And then there's wide dynamic range, auto power off, screensaver, language, and then all your date stuff and time. That's about it in there. And then once you're on the camera screen here, there's buttons on the side here. So the up button zooms in, down zooms out, and then if you press and hold the up button, it'll turn on the Wi-Fi, and you can just press it again to turn it off. And then pressing and hold the down button will bring up the photo gallery, which is empty right now. And then if you press the back button, or this front button here, it'll bring up all the modes. So you can switch between photo and video and slow motion, time lapse. And so that's where all those are. So I'm gonna take it outside real quick and do a few test shots and try to show the quality of everything the best I can, and then I'll get back with you guys. Alright everybody, so I'm gonna do a couple test shots here. I'm gonna be shooting in 1080p, 2.7K, and 4K. And then I'll do a shot of each of those without stabilization, and then I'll do one with stabilization just so you can see the difference. I'm just going to walk down this path just kind of normally and do some quick shots. So here's 2.7K. I'm shooting all these on the super wide angle, the 170-degree angle. And then here is 4K. Okay, so image stabilization is turned on now, and just so you know too, I'm shooting with all the default settings for the image corrections, like the autofocus and the white balance and everything. That's all set to auto, so just so you know. And here's 2.7K. And here is 4K. After this one, I'm gonna leave it on 4K and leave image stabilization on, and then kind of do some panning shots as I walk and kind of see how well it does when the camera's moving a little bit more. Okay, so this is still on 4K and then image stabilization is still on, and I'm gonna do a little bit more movement here and see if it can still keep it smooth. In this one, I'm gonna do a quick test of the zoom and see how that looks. So I'm just gonna zoom in on this tree here. So it goes all the way to 4x zoom. And it already looks like it might be a little blurry, but I can't really tell. Zoom back out here. So hopefully this gives you a pretty good idea of what you can expect from this camera. Like I said, most of the settings are on auto, so there's a lot more you can mess around with to adjust the picture settings. I'm not going to do that now just for the sake of time, but if you'd like me to do another video and kind of go in more depth with the settings adjustments, I'd be happy to do that. So just let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. So overall, I'm really impressed with this camera. Looking at the footage, the images are like super crisp, and the stabilization is really good. It makes it seem almost like you're on a gyro or using a gyro. But yeah, I really like the image quality a lot. It's definitely improved over the V50 Pro, and the interface is super easy to use too. I like the way they changed the menu a little bit from the previous model. They made it a lot easier to use and change modes. But other than that, I think that'll about do it for this video. Like I said, if you guys would like to see more in-depth review of different settings changes and things like that, just let me know in the comments and I'll see about doing that. So thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody, and I'll see you guys in the next one.